Okie dokie. It's Saturday in Jamaica. What day is it for you? Saturday.
It's a cold Saturday morning here in Jackson.
It's a warm, balmy, hot morning here today. To turn on my little AC.
I'm jealous.
No, so
Not even a
jealous of all the shopping what we could have possibly be doing. Oh my gosh. All the shopping
That's Friday.
Yes,
Isn't
and
that good?
weekend.
They're tricking people. The prices are like, they've had the sale before like 2 weeks ago. So they put back up the prices. So people think it's a deal, but it's not. I didn't see anything. I was trying to buy 2 desktop and the price were just crazy.
Yeah. Never mind. But we probably used to so much trickery and fool up that we always think we get a deal as Jamaica.
A deal, right? But they say supposed to see deals like in the next week or so, because like a lot of people didn't buy stuff, so they have to reduce it again. Well, Leah, God, being born.
Being born.
Good morning, everyone.
I guess the only thing you can chat about are shopping, don't. You don't have nothing else on your mind. You can chat about something else that is productive. Huh?
We were talking about something productive.
Shopping.
I needed this stuff for my office so that I could be more productive at work.
So and you don't understand the impact that shopping has on gross domestic product. You don't understand GDP and economic growth.
Yeah, people get paid.
All women think about a shop for burn up man pocket, especially at Christmas. Burn up man pocket. That's all women think about.
Yeah.
Put in my pocket.
We think about shopping all the time, not just at Christmas.
Most man will telling us say, "Una burn up the man in pocket." I'm sure say most man are gonna say that.
You know, before Leo, let me just get
some. What time for men? Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about SOE. I'm in Jamaica, and SOE is really very topical. So he did not.
Hold on. You have two souls. You just said SOE a while ago. But then you said so. Which son is so you're about now?
So listen keenly. So he did not make it. So he blames the others. So he runs a ministry.
So
where is the plan? So I'm really confused, but I had to get that off my chest because
no, but yeah, I have a lot to say about it too. Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
But the plan is so.
So he did not make that plan. So what's
the plan is so?
You know, as an educator, and Michelle, I'll just give you a minute. As an educator, no teacher comes into the classroom without a lesson plan. Fundamental. Now, the strategies that the teacher will use to deliver the content, the curriculum is a separate operation, but the teacher will always have a lesson plan. That's all I have to say.
Hey, listen.
I have one.
I see some comments coming in already. Women need money. What the hell?
Here.
What the hell? What the hell?
Men need money.
Yeah, Romaine said, hi, good morning. Good morning, Romaine. Angela said, good morning, blessings crew. Romaine said, hey, countryman, you should spend some of the money. Romaine is laughing. Romaine said, women need money. We all need money. Kian said, good morning, my people. Oliver said, pocket bun up. Good morning from Canada. Dianna said, good morning, Leo, Michelle, and Doc D. Leo, it's at all chill yourself, Leo. Well homebound today. Still in bed. Parents have the baby for the weekend, so we're just chilling. Leo, not going shopping today. So is here. Oh, it's snowing in.
That's my girl. Dianna, the only reason why you're not going shopping is because of snow.
Yeah.
No, you're just
Yeah.
look how we start feeling so good, you know? Sure.
You know, but
Well, so we won't be able to go shopping because
we
so
what?
so
Yeah,
So
so
he has to
Stan
give the money.
Horton said, good morning, blessings to all. Sandra said, good morning, my beautiful and amazing panelists and fellow listeners. Sarita said, good morning, everyone on here. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Princess said, good morning, everyone. Romaine said, it's just 7:05 a.m. now, wherever he is.
I was bad Romaine there. Romaine, where there?
You must sit up on the East Coast.
It says 7 a.m. We are 9 a.m. right now. 10. We are 10 a.m. Oh, she's on the West Coast.
Well, one of the coasts then.
She's on the West Coast.
Olivia said, good morning, Michelle, Diana, and Leo. Leo, today's women don't need men money to go spend. They have their own.
Is that Olivia Campbell? Me and
Yes.
she.
Robin said, Victoria, BC. Lorna said, good morning, guys. Can't wait to hear Leo's stories today. All right.
Oh boy.
Diana said she went shopping for Good Friday, so no shopping today. Got some good deals. I
Friday.
was the
I
first
mean
one
Black,
in the
she mean
electronic
Black
store.
Friday. Black
Yeah.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah, Good Friday. She said, got a laptop and an iPhone. That is great. Great.
Wow. Michelle,
Okay,
talking about
Hey, we're not going down that line. We're not going down that line.
phone, Michelle.
We're not going down that line. All right.
Talking about phone. Are you giving thanks for your phone?
Up to now, I get you.
So he did not
Up
send the
to
phone.
no. Up to no. Up to no. Not a
So-
word.
So
So he did not send the phone.
Not a word about this phone. Sandra said it's early here. So I said morning, everyone. Yeah, so
So
you
you
know,
know,
we don't come yet.
yeah, we wake up what we were talking about before. The SOE Jamaica.
I still can't understand the SOE thing. You know, generally speaking, SOE, which is the what do you mean again, Diana?
Emergency.
State of emergency. It says it in the name, state of emergency. So they call out the military at different points in our lives when things get to the point where, you know, it's uncontrollable society, out of control, and, you know, it's whole heap of riot and yada, 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 yada. I remember the first time I experienced SOE. So 1976, when it was election and whatever people just did, boom, 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 boom. It was an out of this moment kind of moment, you know? And so they draw in the SOE and it was effective. They also established this thing called gun court and all of them stuff there, right? Oh, and then in 1980 again, we saw another SOE that came with election again. So election caused a lot of killing. And I understand the need for SOE, but the government always had a plan for the general, you know, crime that's non-election related.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we know it's not election. There's nobody that riot and the crime is high, and we need a plan, not a SOE plan, because the riot, you know, the crime is rising high and it's a social issue. It's not because of election. You know, we need to find a plan that will work to bring communities together, bring our moral issues in line, and bring people together so that we can solve crime from the community level rather than militarizing Jamaica and making martial law every day. Don't make no sense to me in every community.
Yeah, I agree. It don't make no sense. And the point with what they're saying it's important right now. They're pointing out the issue. They say they know that gang is an issue. So if they know what the problem is, I'm not sure why they don't have a big thing around working on that. But Bruce Golding raised a strong. I'm not sure if you read the article, Bruce Golding.
No, what is he saying?
He made a strong point that we already know what it is and we already know what needs to be done. So all of this arguing back and forth, we just need to change the whole way of thinking, socialization of people, like we have to re-socialize people and all that stuff to deal with it. So we arguing over something that makes no sense. Because to be honest, the SOE has been voted on and agreed on several times before by the opposition when it was brought up. Every time this was like the first time they really have said enough is enough. Because for the last few years it has been used. Yeah, crime go down, but as soon as it gone, it go back up or they migrate to other areas. So it's really not working. So they need to implement their other strategy, which they say they have this plan that they keep saying they have. So utilize this plan.
It's not a plan. It's a whole plan they have.
Yeah, but they said they have it. They said, but if the SOE don't work and they didn't vote on it, which I would think they already know that they weren't going to vote on it. They already knew. Everybody knew this. They voiced their opinion leading up to this day, yesterday, whenever the agreement. They knew that it was going to be. They argued it. So if they knew that was what going to happen, then you have your plan B, C, D. You're like, okay, whatever. Let's move on to the next.
Yeah.
There was a whole couple of days argued, blaming the opposition. The opposition that they do not want to.
Hold on. Blame everybody. Everybody blame everybody. And that's what must be.
No, I'm talking about in this situation. They say because the killings are as a result, the MPs have said it's gonna be because of PNP. That is wrong. They shouldn't have done that. Everybody have to play their part. They shouldn't have said that. You have the community need to play their part. Everybody in Jamaica need to play their part. It's not just the party. People need to play their part because you have family members, know their family are criminal. They have them, they're hiding them, they're supporting them, they're living off of these criminals. So everybody have to play their part to solve it. So it's not the party. Everybody have to play their part. So that's where they went wrong to me.
Michelle, I really thank you for sharing, as the incoming Justice Minister of National Security. It's great to hear you speak like that.
Well, that wasn't her position before. When did that become?
No, but look at how she spoke eloquently. At least we have people who understand the areas, can speak about it, and know the strategies that are to be implemented. Now, look here. Social opportunities. Equity. This is really what we need here in Jamaica now. Social opportunities for everybody across all sectors, so that I know my children can go to school and have a decent meal. Your child can do the same and have an equal opportunity for education. Opportunity for not just education, but for other social training. When my school can open at the start of the term, and public schools still don't open, what are the opportunities that you're giving people in public schools?
Let me ask you this, Dianna.
Equity. So I'm playing on the SOE now. Where is the equity and the equality? So you have this state of whatever it is, but it's pure downtown people getting locked up. I don't hear none of my neighbors behind high fences complaining that them son get remanded or them daughter get caught in something. So there's no evidence.
Hold on there. So the playing on the acronym a while ago, social opportunity equity, is that what you're saying a while ago?
Yes, that's what we need. Social opportunities.
Not what the other meaning?
Don't have no other meaning. What we need is social opportunity and equity. That is our government, our government, free government. Me as Prime Minister, we don't want it.
Yeah, and that's not my problem too. That's why I was kind of upset, because I'm like, these people that are saying, oh yeah, everybody need it. They don't think about those children that were locked up the other day, like young, like 14-year-old, were in these cells, locked up for months. Their family can't get a hold of them. They can't talk to them. What do you think will happen to these people, young boys? You think they will come out back Christian? No,
Let me ask you
they
this.
come out back worse.
The one thing that I never understood, right, is, and you might be able to help me here, both you and Dianna. When a politician gets elected into office and becomes a minister, prior to them getting into office, did they have goodwill nature about helping people and becoming, social?
Those ones don't do well.
Huh?
Those ones don't do well. Somebody told me years ago, a politician, that sometimes you really go in with the goodwill of wanting to help. And then once you get in, you have to give to this person to get, and you keep giving to, at the end of the day, you forget who you went in there for, because you're trying to please so many of these different parties. So that's the thing. And to me now, I'm looking back, I'm like, all these, some of them, like, before they got into office, were posting all these social issues, how they care so much and want to do this and they want to change and all these things for their community. And then when they get there, like, dead silence. All of a sudden,
how do you translate from a community person putting football teams together, putting volleyball teams together, getting
base to an end,
and then all of a sudden you get in there and all of that just gone? Like, so what happened? What happened? Tell me.
What happened is that them get security man and then nobody can reach them and them can't reach nobody. And then busy I try to dodge everybody because they no want to do nothing for nobody except themselves and them friend and family. So that's it.
And some of them just have that goal in life that was already set for them. Like they said, all right, this is your road. This is what you need to do to achieve this. Not genuinely like you have a genuine need to help. It's just like they say, all right, you have to do this to get into office.
Well, everybody just get haughty and big and forget who put them there and who them did say them not go fight for. Then just become selfish and disgusting.
Yeah, and it's always so disheartening.
I want to say good morning to Suzette.
A lot of comments coming.
Suzette speaks. Suzette's show comes immediately after our show on a Saturday morning. I want to recognize her. She's on. She says, "Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, Suzette." But Jesus, gosh, yes. Take some comments.
Okay. Remember the people that are on YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah, I have everybody. I have everybody.
Okay. Susan said, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning." Sandra said, "It's early here." Michelle said, "Good morning, everyone." Michelle said, "Need community policing." Greg or Gray, whatever. Sorry, I apologize. Good morning from Brooklyn. Cold morning. New COVID-19 variant. Mr. Oh, yeah, we heard about it. Peter said, "Good morning, everyone." Sandra said, "Speak, PM Dianna." Horton said, "They need an anti-gang task force. The JCF need to train the force how to reach out to communities." Diana said, "Great sharing of info, Michelle." Sandra said, "Well said, Assistant PM Michelle." Diana said, "Doc D, I think you would make a great PM." VM said, "Good morning, everyone." Horton said, "Dr. Diana is correct. Nothing for the children teens to do. Not everyone is college bound. They need free trade schools." Paula said, "Good morning, all." Is it hard just free or I'm wrong?
Here's someone from her name is Loretta Wallen. She says, "When Bunting was Minister of Security, he said divine intervention was the only option." So he has not got the solution. What is his intention in the process? All these politicians is about themselves. And she says, "Diana, you are on point with the look today." With the look today.
Well, thank you very much. But I want to be clear that we're not here to represent any political view for anybody. So I don't know what Bunting is all about, but Bunting probably was right. We are all every day praying for divine intervention for everything that we do. So yes, for him to say that, I never make it bother me. It is not a plan, but it's a desperation, it's an acknowledgement that things are desperate and you need something to work.
Things cause for yes. But even with that, like what he said at the time with what was happening in Jamaica, I understand. And I understand people are saying what he has to propose, but they have made proposal. They all need to come together, work on something. But the thing is that, you know, people must understand, say, you can have an opinion last year, even yesterday, and then things happen, new information and such, and you change your position, and it is quite okay. It's quite all right. So you can use it against people, because with knowledge, we're here to grow
And
and
I'm not the
learn.
minister, and I'm really not
Exactly,
the minister, nor
really
is his
not.
party in power. And I
Yeah.
don't know that they have separated the duties and given any aspect of the government to the opposition. So let's not.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's
I
not go
heard
there. Let's talk
what I
about
heard what I heard Michelle say is that it's okay to change your mind or your opinion or your position on something once you get into office. Is that what you just
No,
said?
no.
once again,
Once
I
you
never
have
said
a
office.
knowledge,
I said once you get
knowledge.
new knowledge. Once you
Oh,
research,
okay.
you gain knowledge. Now, because you're going
Okay.
to
So the one
office,
little mix up. So
tell
Because
you,
because I asked
we
the
don't want to
question,
hear that.
you
he
know,
look
just
like
here over here.
We done that. No, but
But
that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, because they need to work on something together. But the issue I have, you know, is anytime, to me, like the opposition agree with something, the young ones from the other party always go and say, oh yeah, they agree with us, so don't listen to them, don't listen to them. They still voted yes. You know what I mean? So they kind of make it look bad for themselves. They have to grow up and be more adult about dealing with these issues, because people are watching. They're setting the example.
But I tend to have some level of agreement with the comment, though, even though I was making a joke about it a while ago, what Michelle said. Because there are times when you are at the local level and you address things at the local level in the best way with the best resources that you have. But once you get to the higher level, what happens is that you get to see a broader picture about what is needed and how to address the local community from a broader perspective. That is economics 101. And so we probably need to understand too that when a person moves from a local government or a local politician to a national politician, the whole idea about governance changes. The whole idea about creating for the many changes. So I'm in St. Mary and I'm in a Rockabessa and I take care of Rockabessa. And all of a sudden,
It's so different.
It's on MP, yeah, it's on MP. It's tough to then start dealing with, Fountain Valley and Mango Valley and Islington. It's gonna be hard to deal with it that way. And so, but how do you as a minister, not a minister, but an MP, don't worry about it, how do you as an MP satisfy all of these communities in St. Mary to make sure that everybody feel good about it?
You know, what's important, you have to listen. You have to listen. One thing I've noticed, when people outcry, like I've seen protests where people protesting roads and they're saying, oh yeah, because they're at a party or something behind it, they're not listening. People are saying, we're dying, we need, or go back to school and whatever. Oh, because you're party in power. When they need to listen to the people, because the people are actually telling you what is affecting them. And even if you go in your community and have community meetings, talk to the community leaders, you will gauge and understand what is happening. So you can formulate a plan to help these communities. You're not going to help everybody 100%, but you have to give and take, obviously. But the fact of not listening, that's why they're saying that they're so detached from the reality of what is happening within the communities. Because when they make plans, it's like you're like, are you listening to the wider Jamaica, what we're seeing? No, so you have to engage and can't be dismissive and tell people, oh, you're bad mind. You can't be doing that.
And that's why it's so important for us as a general populace to understand the difference between a local government representative, an MP, and a minister. It's very important to know. Your MP is your actual local, your regional government person. And they cover a particular area. So let me check the Rokomesa again. Freeway MP in our Rokomesa might be covering Jacks River, Fountain Valley, Bosco Bell and Stewartown and Galena and parts of Port Maria. But then there are 2 more or 3 more MPs in St. Mary that are covering the rest of St. Mary. And if I believe that if we focus, because I heard my colleague Michelle say it before, if we focus on our MPs, I think that's where we need to put the emphasis on getting our communities back into MP, because the ministers have the national look, but our MPs have the regional and the community look. Am I?
Yeah, true. Sorry, Dr. Dianna, go ahead.
Sorry, I want to respond to what Leo says about the MP and how the MP meets the needs of each community that he represents. And I think that in order to meet the needs of each thing, we need to agree on some basic and core equity things, basic needs that transcends community: education and employment, roadways, and health system. Now, if an MP, regardless of where you're at and how many communities you're representing, these are going to be some of the basic and the core needs of any community across Jamaica. So if I take you up from Orcabeska and put you down into Clarendon, you know that there is still a need for education and employment. There's still a need for basic and equitable roadways, and people must have a fair opportunity for the health system. I hold strong that a minister ought not necessarily to be appointed out of the MP composition. The MPs must take care of their people. And all the ministers should really come from the Senate. This is just I don't know.
I agree with that 100%.
Who are competent must get positions. You cannot tell me that you are going to take me with my little father with him Chinese shop where we sell saltfish and oil and butter and stack up flour and cornmeal and put me in as Minister of National Security and Justice. What the hell I know about that? You have to give me industry and commerce. I am coming from an agricultural background where we know how to grow yam. You must give me agriculture. I'm familiar with the content, or at least you assume I'm familiar. But outside of that, don't take people who have no knowledge of education and make them the head of a system to review policies and procedures and implement things for the advancement when them don't understand what people talking to them about. I'm tired of it.
I agree. I 100%.
I think they should be listening to us this morning, because I think the next
they listen to us all the other time, so they better be listening this morning.
but even not to cut you out, but even talking about community and MPs, to even solve the crime problem, they should be the one really like in their community telling us how and what areas are how to address it, because it has to be fixed from the community level. They can't use a blanket plan for the entire Jamaica for work in certain area, because what need to work in Westmoreland will not work in North Trelawney.
Well, let me ask you this, Michelle. Michelle, let's think about this. When was the last time you look in the newspaper and see something about an MP doing something in community? Because the newspaper not carry anything about MPs, you know. They only carry things about the ministers.
Yeah, the only thing I see them.
And them don't care about all the ministers, because I stopped thinking that they don't have some of the ministries not keeping no more. Is
yeah, that's true. I mean, I was to the local.
I don't see anything about any MPs doing anything. It's like they don't even exist.
You know who really they work? I would not see much of him. I wasn't a fan. Pernell Charles Jr.
He's a minister.
Yeah. He's a minister for environment.
Exactly. But if he were an MP only, huh?
It worked too. Like you see stuff he's doing. Like the other day, he got the approval for the hospital in his
I understand that. I understand that.
The hospital not in your constituency from long time. Lionel Town Hospital.
But they upgraded.
We're talking about MP. We're not talking about ministers. When you're a minister, you get one man. I understand. But we don't know what I'm doing in the community.
I'm telling you what he's doing. He's doing
That
different
is
projects.
Leo's point, Michelle. That
Oh,
some people have to be telling you because you can't find it.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
it should
That's
be
true.
the
You have to
norm.
follow
It
them
shouldn't be a
path. That
surprise.
is true.
It shouldn't be a surprise that them put water into a community in 2021, as one of our listeners are saying. Duh, 2021, and you celebrating because you bring water up the hill for
Water,
some.
yeah. But
day and
isn't that
age,
National Water
drone
Commission
a
should
carry
be doing
water in
that?
a 2021 drone should have dropped the water.
But the thing is that, you know, they take over so many things because the National Water Commission is supposed to figure out which communities don't have water and where they need to put new pumps and how to get water into those communities.
They work through the member of parliament there. We have some comments.
No, but they're
comments.
supposed to
It's
figure
too
it out.
much.
All right, let me read some comments. VM said, good morning, everyone. Orton said, okay, yeah, I read that. Alfred said, in the Caribbean, we adopt political system for oppressors. It is no wonder that once we get in the office, we become like them. Marie said, good morning, everyone. Yeah. Orton said, law and policymakers need to see Jamaica as a whole instead of along color lines. Jamaica first. That's true. Leave out the party, orange and purple and yellow.
We should call our party that Jamaica first.
Jamaica first, yeah.
That's the name of your party? Jamaica
yes,
first?
our party name Jamaica
Our
first.
party name Jamaica first. Carl said politicians say things that's impossible to do. That's true. Just to get elected. It's electors who need to be more intelligent and know that's BS and vote accordingly. Michelle said, that's right, Michelle, need community policing getting into the schools. Sandra says, CRPM quiet because she's listening to both speakers, Michelle and Leo, to formulate a plan. That's a great leader right there. CS said, hold on, town hall meetings might be a way, to connect with the people.
MPs, yes.
Yeah, Sandra says, speak PM Dianna. Yes, everybody vote PM Dianna ASAP. Porter said, certain things are and should be guaranteed to every citizen. Did you all see the MP patting himself on the back because he brought water back into the community? It's 2021, for God's sake. Peter said exactly that, Dr. Dianna. We need education qualification for every other job. The politicians need to be educated too.
Okay, what color are we adopting here on the Jamaica First Party? JIP.
A blended color of.
No. I don't want a blended color. It's either you take one or the other. No.
We'll go white.
What? Oh, white?
White. Me go say the rainbow colors.
Yes, we'll go rainbow color. Oh, but I love yellow. Yes, Peter Gay, yellow.
No, but there's somebody that
I love yellow too. Yellow.
No, nobody don't have yellow. It's orange.
Yeah, man, independent. Remember this guy when he was running independent? Remember this guy when he was running against what a doctor guy named?
You know, we don't make it go red, green, yellow. Gold. About that red, green.
Red, green, and gold are something else. Mixture.
No, sir. Yellow. But
I wish people were more concerned about themselves and not the parties, because when they're more concerned about parties, like you see, like it's like they don't think clearly. You know what I mean?
So can we wear yellow shoes tonight?
Yes.
For the new party.
Yes.
But are you at a new party?
Membership.
I do hope you guys are truly running in the next election.
I am going to figure it out.
Okay. Dr. Dianna, support the campaign. No worry.
Yes, I am going to
support the campaign. We slide up.
I can't imagine why things are so hard in putting a plan together for crime. I mean, no. Scratch that. I can't see why it's so hard. Why the plan that we have for crime not being executed. They are?
Yeah, like I was listening to Matthew Samuda speak.
Sorry, I'm not seeing. Are you seeing us on Facebook?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, like
when you wear certain glasses, you can't see.
Yeah. You know,
I was
in the name
listening to
of
the
Jesus.
Like when they were arguing, I caught a look. I was working, but I caught a little of it. Little. But they were outlined like their long-term plans, you know, like they're trying to, they have their no fingerprint, they what unit? They forensic.
Michelle, if you notice, I changed my thoughts, my words a while ago.
Yeah.
I said execute. Why they can't
are.
make what? Hold on. Why they can't make a good plan? But I changed that and say, why can't we execute a plan? Let me tell you this.
Why can't
I have said this over and over and over again. Jamaica is the best at making plans. I mean, sometimes when you talk to us, you think that the plans are already executed, right? Because them sound so good. But we are not good at taking those plans from out of the paper and putting them into work. And that's basically what, I mean, to me, by executing SOEs constantly, any plans that you have for crime is put in the back burner. If you continually employ SOE, nobody is going to be executing the plan concurrently because they're going to depend on SOE, which is one of the reasons I enjoy the idea that SOEs are gone away because we now need to
They can bring it back next week. You can bring it back tomorrow.
Yeah, they can bring it back for 14 days. They can do 14 days stints.
My point is, we can't do two things one time. We either don't have the money, the resources, or one of those things is taking precedent, which is the SOE that's taking precedence, no matter what, because all of the resources that we have are going to go to these 7 communities, and everybody else, you know, all the other communities who care about them. That's the point.
Yeah, but what was so funny, you know, what was so funny when they were there arguing about the extension of the SOE, the most important part of the puzzle were in court arguing for overtime and not enough.
The police. For outstanding overtime, not just for overtime, for outstanding payment.
Should police get an opportunity should they get an opportunity to do this? I mean, their primary role is to protect the people. No matter what.
Have a work.
Even if they don't get a pay. Even if they don't get a pay. Their primary role is to protect people. You can't leave people and go protest. And go protest.
We're not slavery.
No.
They're entitled to their pay.
They are getting paid. They are getting paid.
They have to work overtime. Some of them work 90 hours back to back and no pay. You hear them complain about the horrible living conditions.
Hold on. I thought that the pay is back pay that they're looking for.
And current.
Then people want them back pay, whatever them entitled to. Them
So you want the police to be out there protesting?
Hold on.
We have a problem here. We have a problem here.
It has gone up since over the past 2-3 years. You know how prices have doubled and tripled.
I understand. Do you want police to be out there protesting?
If you understand why you're saying that.
Listen, Grace Kennedy announces that they are going to increase their prices. And in the same breath, out of the same individual that is saying to you, we are going to increase our prices as of whatever period because we need to give shareholders more money, declares to you that another arm of the operation made billions of dollars of profit, and you don't want to pay the police their money.
I don't disagree with the pay. My thing is, do you want police to be out there protesting?
No, I don't want them to be, but if they don't get paid, then they have to.
My point is, yes. If one of them don't get paid, a war. Yes. So why police shouldn't get paid?
They must get paid, man. That's not fair.
Police to get paid, our civil servants to get paid.
I think they need to get paid. And I don't think the government need to put them in the position where they don't get paid.
Exactly.
But my point is, I don't want them to be out there protesting.
Exactly, but the government need to pay them if they want to improve policing. If they want, that's an important part. How you not make your workers satisfied and enjoy their job? Isn't that important?
Mm-hmm.
Why you think them fault elements? Right now, you have a case before the court with one of the gangs police officers involved. Most of everything police officers involved. Why you think?
Involved in
Because they have
gang.
to find other income.
I know.
Exactly. They have to survive, so they have to do that. Because that's important too. Like it could build the.
I know, but I don't agree with them being there. I don't agree with
You know what?
them.
If you work for somebody and you don't get your pay, you'd have
Boy,
gone
the
on your
gangs,
building.
you being a part of the system that we're fighting against police. Me not agree with police go do you know,
They're
second
human
job
too.
with gang.
But
Then they have children.
everybody value system differ. But you're not agreeing. Let me understand.
Because it's not
No,
them.
I can't put up with that.
Let me
Because
understand what you're
them.
saying, Leo. You're saying that they should not protest for outstanding payment?
No. We just made a comment about they're in gangs. You know, when it goes to court,
Right.
we find that
So
police are in gangs, and
yes.
and they have to find other things to do. And I'd say I wouldn't even go
And I
there with
think that we ought not to judge everybody on our own value system. There are some
Exactly.
people who it's okay for them. They see it as just an income, and them are do this little hustle tonight, and they might
Listen,
just same little
this is the
hustle
same
tomorrow.
gang that is killing people.
But is this no? But look here, Leo. Not everybody value system is the same. Let us agree that I don't want my child or my police officer friend to join up with no gang, or a retired soldier to go join a gang. No, you don't want that kind of knowledge and expertise in the gang. But not everybody's value and judgment is going to be the same. I'm going to look to say, me need money. Me I go do a little hustle film tonight and me make my money.
Yeah.
But this is the same gang that is going to keep.
Well. Yeah, but if they're paid well, if they're given good benefits, they would need to do all these things.
Exactly.
Right? So discourage them from taking that path.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Opportunities with
I agree with that.
Police at club, they work overtime. When if you go sleep, you go back.
Police work overtime anyway, right through the world.
Yeah, but they have to go one little club, go work a door to make some money. They obviously them to run taxi, all these things, and then distracted from their job. They're not doing their job fully. So you know what?
Let's pause and take some comments. Yes.
Okay. Peter said yellow. VM said, oh, I read that I think you're really, I do hope you guys are actually running in the next election. Sandra said, oh my God, PM Dianna, yellow is my favorite color. Paulette said, unfortunately, they always have planned, but it's not executed. Horton said implementation of the plans. Phillips said the leadership is not effective. The commissioner should step aside and allow someone who is more committed to lead. Olivia said, remember our motto, out of many, one people. It is not the individual, therefore plans after election should be for the people and the island interests, not party. I agree with you 100%. Maxine said, Jamaicans eat too much fall, but what that means? Actionable plan to counter the scrunches of violence. Let's see a plan. Paulette said the police should be compensated. Horton said they are entitled to fair and equitable wages. In the States, the police union do fight for their members.
Yes.
Right. Paulette said it's embarrassing that the police had to be protesting for their pay. It is.
Yes.
Horton said, I never knew Jamaican police had to provide their own uniform and boots. Shame on the government.
I didn't know that either.
Philip has a question. So, Leo, nurses should not protest for better wages?
Who?
Nurses. Alfred said, Leo, what if the surgeon strikes and start protesting? Everything crash. Sandra said, yellow is brilliant, uplifting and happy color. Brilliant represents the minds of the great PM Dianna and her candidates. Uplifting, making wise choices to celebrate the voices of the great country Jamaica values. Happy, because almost everyone will be encouraged because of the great and the betterment of the people.
Sandra is a poet, you know. Sandra is a poet. So
I love it. She's written our value statement, our mission statement, and everything for us. We just have to adopt it, put yellow on it, and we're good.
Maxine said inequities in the system is core of the problem. Until there's equity and better social services, the problems will remain. That is
There's
true.
social opportunities and equities. So
That is. But you know what? I think I could be wrong. Maybe I might be wrong.
you're
But
not wrong, Mish.
I think Andrew is going to. I'm going to give him a call. But I think for the new year, he's going to reshuffle the ministry. He's going to, move around a few people.
I think so.
I don't know.
But
The point is, though,
It's supposed to embarrass, man.
Diana, you and Diana said this earlier, right? Why put people in positions that they are not qualified for? Why move somebody from one ministry to another ministry if the person never had the relationship with that kind of business, with that kind of commerce? It just
trial and error.
Yeah. But you can't trial and error upon people's lives and people's you can't
That's
do
what
that.
they've been doing.
yeah, we need to do better than that.
No, if they are saying, if you tell me that the reshuffling includes moving out ministries out of members of parliament's thing and putting it into the Senate, then I'm fine. Then that makes sense. It makes sense, that we can go and find somebody, sorry, Diana, who knows agriculture, understand the business of agriculture, and take them, put them in the Senate, appoint them to the United Senate, and make them a minister. Then that makes sense. But if you tell me that we will reshuffle the current ministries and take the MPs that are ministers right now, the MPs that are ministers, and put them in one different ministry, never a problem with that. All day long.
No, but I didn't say he was going reshuffling, not necessarily meaning go just move around.
That's what they did the last time. That's what they did the last time.
No, well, not quite, Leo.
Andrew.
Well, yeah, you're going to call him, and while you're calling him, ask him about that man who the cabinet, the board resign again, because I don't know that them can shuffle him any further.
Who the one that go all over the place?
Who that?
Because the board resigned, the police that never get the car them, then that board did resign. It's just, I think him should just not make him.
I don't remember his name, but he's in a lot. He was at the FLA, right?
He was a minister for that. He was a minister when the police them never get the car. Or I don't even know if them did ever get those old cars. And I don't mind old car now. I love old car, but not the kind of old car. I love old Benz, old car like that. And then the whole CAP board, because somebody on the CAP board say sign the contract, and the other one said, boy, that the contract doesn't look right, and then say sign it. And then them resign. I mean, you can't shuffle that. So them take it up now, take out this little section, put it over there, so give so and so. You can't keep that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping for the best. Let me read a few more comments. Elvis said, what is the amount that is satisfactory to a police officer? In my opinion, the pay must be fair, but if it's increased, some will still not satisfy and continue to join criminal element. That is true. That might very well be true, but they still need to have a livable wage.
Michelle, here's Loretta asking me, right? Me. She's not asking the Prime Minister, the yellow Prime Minister. Leo, what is your party manifesto for Better Jamaica? That is a Diana question. That's not a Leo question.
What we manifesto?
Yeah.
Sandra is working on that. We haven't reached nowhere yet, and them come ask us about manifesto.
We just talk with
I
the
hope
color.
they did ask the other party them who they're on for 1,000 years about manifesto.
But
Give it to them.
Those manifestos not really come to fruition still.
All right. Well, our manifesto is simple: social opportunities with equity.
SOE.
SOE, they want SOE, then get.
Okay, Lorna said, Leo, I agree with you on this one. The police is to be protecting the citizens. They could negotiate. They did try that. They could negotiate but stay on the job. Can you imagine if the doctors, nurses, and teachers decide to go out there and strike in this pandemic now? Well, the doctors did do a small one, but they have been. This has been going on for over 10 years. and they haven't. It's at an impasse.
I think the job of protesting is should be left up to the police for the federation, not the police who are active on the street. We have too much problems in crime for police officers to walk off the job and go.
Yeah, but I don't think they walked off. I think it was the people that were off.
Yeah,
I think it was people that were off.
That is my problem. I can't. I don't. You know, that's why we have federations and what do they call them again?
But they have been crippled.
Unions. That's why we have those.
Yes.
Because you know it's important that there's a presence. We understand the presence, but we can't afford to not have our police officers who are supposed to be on duty protecting.
But Leo, they weren't on duty. These are people who were off duty.
Were off.
Protesting.
Yeah,
not in any way, shape, or form compromised.
Jeopardizing.
Okay, that's my point. Okay, well, I'm good then. I'm good.
We were not anywhere off.
I'm good.
Because they were protesting.
I'm good.
Yeah, because some of them they work out with them now.
I'm good.
Then I said, my dad always said Jamaica is all about who you know and who knows you, not about what you are qualified for. I say talk about that. Moving on to our next topic. I think we beat this horse. I have somebody coming on. But did you see the article? I haven't seen it, but there's somebody coming on. I guess we touched that. But did you see about the developers bullying people?
About what?
Developers in Kingston forcing people who reside in these uptown areas to move out. So they're threatening them with violence. I'm not sure if you watch it on the news.
Oh, I don't. The truth is that I'm really tired of the news, and it's sad, pathetic, and unjust, and inadequate, or lack of reporting or research to support their documents. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, but this one was an in-depth one. Like they had people who are victims because, like, you have they want them to do an audit of these developers because some of them will get permission to build 4 units. And they will build out 20-something units. Yes. And then they're telling people to move, who live around those areas to move. And when people complain, you have your yard, but then you have these high-rising, so people looking over in your yard, which they never signed up on. So they're like, why are they getting these approvals? And they're threatening these people to kill them. So there was an in-depth, investigative report on, I'm
so sorry to go back to this, but I was really upset this week when I saw there was an article that came in the paper. By the way, Jesus, peace, oh my God.
Go back. We're upset.
If you don't want me to talk about my bond, please don't mention it. If you don't want me to talk about my bond.
We have somebody that comes and tell me what happened before the person.
No, man, I don't expect Andrea Service to be here. I think there's a different Andrea Service, but I don't expect anyone to be on until 11 o'clock. Anyway.
Okay.
So, there was an article that came out this week that obviously had no evidence, no data, right? Just say the people them say. The people them say. There's no reference to any survey, no reference to it. And then, because I did not realize that, about SOEs. It says that, the people them say SOEs have been good to them. Them coming out and talking all of a sudden. I didn't realize that there was going to be a discussion inside I did not know. And I saw the article and I said, but this don't make any sense. I shared it.
I remember you said that. Why?
This article don't make no goddamn sense at all. How do you just say, the people them say? That don't make any sense.
Leo, and I want to support you on that because, and I looked at the data, I really want for the data to support what is the position. So on November 14th, there's a declaration of SOE, November 14th.
Yes.
And November 24th, there is a report by a long slew of individuals, including police officers, stating the impact that this SOE has had on the communities. This is the report. But I see no data. This is a 10-day. This is less than 10 days that you have conducted this study. Within that study, you are also saying to me that in fact, you have displaced the individuals, the criminals, and
To
they
other
have moved
communities.
to other communities. And I'm like, oh dear, that cannot be good.
So should I
I'm
worry?
waiting, and I'm waiting now to see the part of the story that says, as a result, this
We have
not
captured 300 of these gang members. Oh, God Almighty.
this is where you really take bad things make laugh.
Yes, I did. I certainly did. Okay.
We have lots of folks.
Sorry about that.
Hello, this is Andrea Service.
Yes, Mr. Leo.
Oh my God. And then we have a Dr. Maxine Foster. Come on board.
It's Reverend Dr. Foster.
Oh,
She needs to
it's
open her cap.
Reverend. Okay. That's your friend, Andrea.
Good morning, guys.
What look on the green, gold, and black? Lord have mercy.
I'm just trying to keep up with you, Leo.
It's hard to keep up with Leo, you know that.
Look at Andrea. Andrea, me like that sitting there on the neck, you know. What that?
That's my line of necklace, Leo.
Okay, excuse me. And Reverend, what can we call it? Reverend or doctor? Which one this morning? I mean, tell us.
You can call me anything, but Max is it.
Max is it, yes. All right, guys. So we're going to ask you to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what it is that you're working on this morning. Let's go, Max, first.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm Maxine Foster. I'm down here in Hotlanta or Colanta. I don't know which one it is right now. Yeah, but today I am here. We are talking about our Power Woman Summit that is coming up on next Saturday, which is December the 4th. We're starting at 10 a.m. It's a virtual summit online. It's all about women empowerment, helping women to feel better about themselves, helping them with getting their finances together, talking about how they are doing raising their boys in this kind of climate that we're in. Talking about just, being silent about stuff and how we can help each other to move past being just locked away in our thoughts and putting things out there, getting stuff out and actually bring healing into our body. So I'm here to invite everyone, and it's a women's summit, but I am imploring the men to join us because men, you are our support and you need to know us and what's going on with us to be able to really give us the support that we need.
Thank you.
So that's kind of just a summary of what's going on.
And we're going to be talking about that. I'm so excited to hear about a women's summit and that you're including boys and their
turn sideways. You need to turn up straight.
Okay, all right. Swen, please turn upside right. Yes. Andrea Service, listen, let me tell you a little bit about Andrea Service. She lives in Florida, but I have never seen anybody in my life who knows everybody in my life. I mean, everybody. Listen, there's nobody in Southern Florida when you mention the name Andrea Service that don't know Andrea Service, and she don't know them. That she knows everybody. How are you, Andrea?
I am doing amazing, Leo. Thank you for that brief introduction. And so are you, because of Leo, him kind of big me up more than how it is. Thank you, Leo.
You come from country. What country name again? What country name again?
Proud to say I'm from a little country area in Northeast St. Catherine by the name of Facey. Not many people hear about it. And it's close to Linstead in that region of Jamaica.
What's the name of it? Sorry, I didn't hear that. What's the name?
Troja, Facey, Troja, yes. It's way up in the country in the hills.
we're not gonna comment on Facey and Troja, right?
And I'm so proud to say that's where I'm from.
Max, where are you from?
I am from Erie Castle in the beautiful parish of St. Thomas, Jamaica. And
Harry
don't
Castle.
look at me like that, Leo.
Castle,
Because
that's
I've seen you touring all parts of our hills. I've been following Bakayo every so often. You know, you just haven't gotten there. And you may have, because we are right
I need
next
to
door
go.
to Bath. We're right next door to
Ah,
Bath.
yes,
Before you go to
okay.
Bath.
Well, I promise you this. We are going to Troja, Facey, and we are going to Harry Castle.
Castle.
Harry Castle. We're going to Harry Castle. And then
Leo,
we have a lady named Suen.
yes, and I'm from a small one-sided district in St. Anne named Brittonville. Probably never heard of it, but it's next to Claremont. It's in between Brownstown and Claremont.
Okay, I know
Know
where
that
that is.
area?
Yes, I do.
No.
It's like, let me tell you something. I travel between Brownstown and Claremont, and it's bush on both sides all the way. Not even one house.
No, man. There's a little one-sided community named Brittonville.
I know somebody from there, but I can't remember. From my
Brittonville?
high school. Yeah, from my high school.
Fern Court is
Westwood?
the high.
No, Westwood. Somebody from that area. Can't know that name.
Okay.
Oh,
We're gonna have a conversation. All six of us gonna have a conversation about women and the impact of women in the community, in our world, pretty much. But especially in Jamaica, we're gonna talk about who are inspired by women. Why is it that we're having a summit, and what are you gonna talk about, and how we're gonna solve whatever problems that we're
And Leo, if I might just be allowed one indulgence, because we said that we would talk about Christmas and Thanksgiving, can we insert that in the dialogue?
and insert why it is that women think that the only thing that they can do at Christmas and Thanksgiving is spend money. Man money. That's yes. Yeah.
That was not exactly how I meant it, but I will take that.
All right. So let's have a conversation.
Thank you very much. And I think I'll just get the ball rolling. Dr. Max, thank you very much for this Women's Summit. Is this the first take on it, or is this continuing?
No, this is our second year of doing it. Last year in the middle of the pandemic, we did this. The support was great because, you know, people were so uncertain, fearful, all these other, emotions were going on. So it was really a time that we came together and help women. We talk about spirituality, we talk about health, we talk about mental health, especially. I was on that panel about mental health last year. And so, our goal also as women is to help women to be the best that they can be and the healthiest they can be, because we know that we as women, we take on so much and we are responsible for so much at home. And now many of us, we are calling the shots in big companies and corporations and so on. And it's a lot going on.
Thank you. Andrea, tell me a little bit about you. Since you are the mayor down in South Florida, boy, I saw that election down there the other day. I will talk to you probably about that off the air. I'm not so sure if them win or them lose by 3 votes or 5 votes, but it was what it was. Okay. So tell me a little bit about you. Are you involved in this as well? And answer Leo question them too.
wow. What was good? Leo kind of drowned me.
Leo
out with
was
his
trying to
question.
embarrass us about us
I
wanting
know,
to
right? Okay, so pretty much Andrea Monroe Service, but popularly known as Andrea Dixon on social media. So most people call me Andrea Dixon. Registered nurse for the past 25 years, living in South Florida since 1994. And pretty much, yes, with the politics, it was a hot season runoff between Dale and Sheila, but we're looking to support Dale fully for the next one coming up. So hopefully we can all join hands and heart and come and support him for next year. And that's politics. And he lost by only 5 Shame on us, Jamaicans.
I just to take that a little bit, he said that there were 10 ballots that were sent to Jamaica. And if those 10 ballots came back, he would have won the election. That's really sad.
It was too much of a close margin. We shouldn't have allowed that to happen. And this is like a legacy that Alfie Easton actually blessed him with that and gave us, blessed Dale to say Dale should be the next one if we were supposed to choose a candidate for our congressperson. So hopefully we'll look into what Dale was Alcy was saying before he passed away, so we can look forward in supporting Dale for next year. It's very important. Dale has done so much within the diaspora and within South Florida, a lot that we don't even know, actually help with so many business overseas and here too, and really grow the Jamaica economics from different angles. So study that so you know more about him, so we can choose wiser.
Right, but as we have a group here focused on women and what we do, should we not simply celebrate the fact that a woman has won?
I think we can. I think we should.
Lisa,
I'm not inclined to celebrate that. I tell you the truth. I when I heard, I was like, yeah, a woman, and then I said, oh dear, I think I know somebody who know him. But I was just happy with that fact. But thanks for sharing. Sue, tell me about you and how you get mixed up in this.
Lord, I don't know, I just pray and ask God to see that little humble girl and do what I can do for my community. And as a female, I'm very impressed, and I just love my little sister Swain. We call each other sister. I mean, from the day I met Swain, we connected heart and mind, and just being a powerhouse to each other. And as you know, as women, we fix each other crown, we support each other. It doesn't matter what the situation is. And that's what I'm all about. So when she called me to be a part of this Women's Summit, I was like, anything for you guys. I will always be there to support, endorse, empower, and to share. So let's continue with that vision, because with unity, we can do so much for our community here locally and abroad. So with Power, I'm asking everyone today, support however you can by buying a ticket, or you can do sponsorship. We have different ways you can support us. It's not just supporting us, because we're doing back for the community with all that you're about to do. So I embrace them and I salute you guys. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm just proud to be a part of that group in Atlanta through Swain. Anytime I'm here for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I have a question, but I guess once you're finished, Swain.
No man, let's Swain going. We're not hearing enough hour yet.
Yes. Thank you, Andrea, for supporting us. And yes, I got mixed up into this, as you said, because it's a great mix-up, though. I am a member of the Jamaican Chamber of Commerce here in Atlanta. I'm on the executive management team, and we are sponsoring this event, the Power Women's Summit, for the second time around now. And I'm just here to really ask you guys and women in our community to come and support us. We have a lot of speakers coming on this year. We have 7 different panels with loads of information that it's all about advancing women in all industries, leadership everywhere. So the registration for this summit is www.powerwomensummit.com, and that's POWHER. There's a play on the power there. So we insert her HER. So it's www.powerwomensummit.com, and it's December 4th from 10 a.m. to 3:30. So it's one-day virtual summit. Lots of exciting things for women and men, Leo. We're not leaving you out. You learn a lot by coming.
Can I just jump in and say, Leo, that your very own from down in South Florida, Xavier, is on one of the panels. So you see, it's not just about women. The chairman of JamCham, Dr. David Panton, he's leading the panel on talking about raising our boys. So we are incorporating you guys because, we also need you as much as you need us. So it's a win-win all around. you guys are very familiar with Dr. Karen Dunkley. She's going to be moderating the panel of how to be the boss, to empower her to be the boss. It's going to be very exciting. We have a very exciting keynote speaker who is all about women, and her name is Lydia Speller. And she is very much into the well-being of women. She fights for women. She is has a wealth of financial background. She has her own company, and it's called the Height Wealth Partners LLC, and it's about impacting lives with emphasis on women. She's a force in the good fight for economic equity and inclusion, and working tirelessly to ensure that children of African descent living in America, they can grow up in families and community that are financially stable. So she's all about women and what we're doing. She's on the board of the Women's Entrepreneurial Opportunity Project. So it's gonna be really very exciting for women to come and hear these powerful men and women talk about how we can help each other.
I wonder why she men. Why the emphasis on men?
Yes, because when many people hear that we're having a women's summit, the men, they're like, oh, it's a woman thing. No, we want you to be there because we need you to know what's going on with us so you can understand us better and help us.
I have a question.
Okay, I have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. Go ahead.
I haven't spoken as yet.
I know. We need your voice.
Yes.
Hi. I just wanted to ask a few questions. One, what will separate your empowerment event from others that I've seen? Like for people that are skeptical about attending. What do we offer differently?
All right, okay, so we have a panel and it's called Empower Her to Know It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I am looking forward to that panel. We have some great speakers. It's gonna be talking about what it means to be strong in this season of our lives with everything that's going on. It's talking about suffering of generational trauma and stress. We Jamaican, in our culture, we know that it's something that is, sewn in the fabric of our culture when it comes to trauma, childhood trauma. I mean, so many of our children have suffered. And the worst part is, 40 years later, they are just trying to deal with that stuff. I know that. I'm a counselor. I know I didn't mention part of my background earlier, but you see somebody sitting in front of you at 40 and 50, and you have to go back with them to 5 or to when they were 10 or 15. So we have some great women who have gone through this trauma, who have gotten their healing, and they're gonna come and tell us how to release and take that stuff out of our system. And so we can really be the person that God called us to be.
My second
Oh,
No,
sorry,
just follow up, Michelle, before you go.
Michelle.
Before Michelle, just to comment on what Max has said, what I've heard, Max, am I hearing to say that this summit is more culturally relevant to us as Caribbean people? It understands where we're coming from and our upbringing, and also it is recognizing the challenges brought on by this era that we're in, perhaps the pandemic. And it's just a yes or no.
Yes, that's a part of it, because some of these panels are going to gear on issues that are really ingrained in our culture.
Okay, Mish, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
My second question.
Michelle's question too when you're finished. I have another.
Okay, so Andrea mentioned that the summit will be giving back to the different projects. Did I hear her wrong? Like,
yes.
what project will you be
Okay,
focused on.
so this is being sponsored by the chambers that deals with the business, the small business, entrepreneurial people here. And so whatever we raise from, registration and after the few little expenses we have, because we'll also have sponsors, and we continue to encourage sponsors so that we can actually have something to give back to the community. So who are the people we're going to be helping? With people we're going to be helping are women in business, especially, through the pandemic. There are many of our women who are going through difficult times in their little small businesses that they have. So we are going to be identifying some of those women, and whatever we get, we're going to just share it and say, this is to help you to push forward.
Thank you.
Suen.
Yes, Leah. So I'm gonna add to Max and answer Michelle's question on what allows us to stand out from the other conferences. So there will be an area in our summit called the Jam Cham Suite. It's like another virtual room that will be running concurrent with the summit, and guests are able to come in there. So you as an audience, as a guest to the summit, will able to come in there and speak directly with different panelists. As they leave their panel, they'll come in and have light conversation, and you're able to talk to them, submit your questions one-on-one, and have a light conversation with them about whatever they have talking about. So it could be their books, their podcasts, how to improve on this thing in your business, how, you ask more direct questions. And we'll also have some entertainment there as well. So if you want to take a break from the actual panels and come into an area where it's more relaxed, there's a Jam Cham Suite. And I'll be hosting that along with Jason.
We've been talking about the summit.
Yes.
But I think our audience also wants to know how we feel about where women are coming from, where women are today. What is it that we are hoping to glean from persons having discussions about women, and how is it that going to impact our future? What is it that you want to see from women? I know I've done a lot of research on where women are coming from. I am a cowboy freak, right? So I get to watch how women were treated back in the days, and what their responsibilities were, what they were held from, and what they are doing now. And I've seen a lot of movement. I'm talking about great strides in bringing women to a point where we are equal. They are not in every respect, but what is it that from? Don't tell me. I want to hear your thoughts about what is it that we want to accomplish today as women. Knowing where we're coming from and where we want to go. Is that a good question or a bad one?
That is a great question.
Never a bad question.
That's a circuitous question.
Yes. So I'll start by, that's a great question, Leo. And you're right. We're having these conversations. We have 7 different panels having these conversations. What are we going to do to actually do some action, make some movement, make things happen? So one thing that you'll get from this conference, after each panel discussion, there will be a call to action. There'll be something that the moderator or a panelist that they'll be asking us to do for women, as women and for women, everybody collectively to do for women. So you have to come to the conference to see what the call of action is. But we don't want to just have discussions.
People that take liberty with you. You don't think people that take liberty. That's absolute liberty. Me must come to the conference to find out. You hear that? You hear this?
That is true. That is only fair.
What is so wrong about that, Mr. Leo?
Exactly, that is fair. Why give out the secret? Nobody will attend.
Right. So yes, there will be a call to action for all of us at the end of all our panels, and at the end of the summit, you leave feeling like, okay, we're women, we're going to advance ourselves in every way, and this is the call to action that I'm going to follow, and you'll be able to have that somewhere printed daily so you won't forget. We don't want to just have these conversations and not take action on what we have heard and learned. So that will be something that we will do to make everything stick.
Okay, so could you provide us with the information again on how to register and all that stuff?
Yes. So the website for registration is POWHER, POWHER, womensummit.com. You can also find registration on the Chamber's website, jamchamatl.com. And we're also on Instagram, jamchamatl. And yeah, so those are our social media, but POWHER, womensummit.com, that's where you go to register.
And what's the cost? I'm not sure if you mentioned the cost.
Oh, the cost is $35.
Okay.
Yeah,
and it's a one-day summit.
One-day summit, Diana. Yes.
Like the one side community, the one side community of St. Ann. Yeah.
Suen, you mentioned the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, Atlanta, and I'm wanting to ask Andrea, is there also a Jamaica Chamber of Commerce in Florida or South Florida?
Come on, there's one.
I'm a part of it.
All right, so I'm going to double back up to Atlanta. I maintain an address in Atlanta on occasions, but I can't say I've ever heard of or seen any correspondence turning up. Don't check for all.
Jam is actually, it's actually a very popular Chamber of Commerce. It's the Chamber of Commerce that connects Chamber of Commerces in a foreign to Jamaica, and we really appreciate the type of work that they've done over the years.
Okay, AmCham, American Chamber of Commerce, but there's an Atlanta grouping, right? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're in Atlanta.
Yes, we're in Atlanta. But we, we were born pretty young organization, but it came out of the AJA, Atlanta Jamaican Association. So there's business people from that organization that created JamCham. And Dr. Max probably will be able to elaborate more.
JamCham, I can send an application for consideration. Okay. All right. I've learned a lot as it relates to this summit. I'm happy that we can have this conversation as celebrating the achievement of women beyond the traditional glass ceiling. I see Max wearing a reverend and a doctor at the same time, which is encouraging. First time you would only see the reverend and it's some gray beard man like Leo.
Exactly.
But now we're seeing an extension of
call yourself. I mean, please.
Excuse me,
Mr. Leo.
I just want to say, in light of all this women stuff going on, that I was just recently elected the president of the Atlanta Jamaican Association, and I will be.
Congratulations.
Yes, so there goes another woman that is making.
How much votes? By five votes?
Leo, you're wrong for that 5.
Well, I will definitely Google it.
Congratulations.
Yes, and actually our board going into next year is predominantly women. The women are raising their hands, they're stepping up, and I'm like, let's go, ladies.
Yeah, we're taking over. Look at the panel. Look now.
Uh-oh, Leo, you're in trouble.
I was telling you, back when I was growing up in school, the brighter segment of our school population were men, were like 80 to 20, and now it's completely flipped. It's women 80, men 20, right? That's how it is right now. But I must tell you that you are absolutely right, Max, when you said women are in charge, because I work with the JD Tan. And I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like I'm alone. It's just this year that I've seen, much more men. We have about 43 leaders in our midst, right? And out of that 43, probably 5 chairpersons who are men. 5, if that much. And but
I don't know.
it is
Leah, you're
absolute-
gonna have to have a conversation with the men so we can find out what's going on. I mean, I've called several men like, would you be willing to step into this role? No, I'll help you with everything. Just call on me. But I don't wanna. And I'm like, come on.
It is a international, a global problem, and probably a nice one to have too. But because I
You may
find
have a summit. Yeah.
I find that
I do need
women,
one.
I find women to be very, very easy to work with. I find women to be very action oriented. I find women to want to do, and in fact, in the philanthropic space, oh my God, I can't tell you how appreciative I am for the people, women who come forward and want to help Jamaica. That is just the biggest thing to me. I really, really appreciate that. So, I understand the need for the summit. I'm just playing devil's advocate with some of the questions I asked. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for showing up this morning. Stu, and it's nice to see you. Very, very nice. Good to meet you, Max. Really, really good to meet you. And I'm sure that we are going to be on the same space, walking through Erie Castle, walking through the one-sided district back in St. Anne. And I definitely want to go to Troja, because I'll be a contribution to the show this morning.
And we are so proud of that.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
I'll register.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you
Leah,
for
so
having
much
us,
for having
Leo.
us. We totally appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you and many of your audience next Saturday. This time we should be in full swing.
Hey, there you go. Thank you so much. All right.
Have a great
At your
day.
service.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Max. Go ahead,
I was
Max.
saying thank you guys, and we'll see you.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good one. Thank you.
All right. At your service. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
That's a lovely discussion. I enjoyed that. I love to see the exposure of whatever is left to be gained by women. I want us to have it. I want us as men to have the benefit of.
Yeah, women will solve the problems of the world. You don't have to tell us. We know.
I wasn't saying that today. I was saying I think I was saying that I think we as a people need to have the benefit of working alongside women. It is it's a pleasure, and and I really, really appreciate that working with them. So that was a good conversation. Needed it.
What Leo just said a while ago, I appreciate working with me and you, Michelle.
No, I didn't say anything like that. I said working with other women.
Working with women.
Other women, yeah.
And it's so surprising, like a lot when you look around the world leaders, a lot of the leaders that made harsh decisions were women. Like the one in Australia that shut down her country. She did what was right, what needed. You have the one in Germany, woman.
Merkel.
And look at my friend over in Barbados. Says she don't want no more queen nothing. She don't want no more queen nothing. And look how long we that Jamaica jump around and talk about, oh, we don't want the queen. But yes, we want the queen. We don't want the queen. Yes, we want the queen. What the hell? Just tell me if you want the queen or not. If you don't want the queen, get rid of the queen. If you want the queen, keep the queen. I love Mia. What's her name?
Mia Motley.
Mia Motley. She just come and say, listen.
Oh, but just said Mia Motley. Is Motley?
Gone. Love that.
There's this other lady named Motley. What?
Donna Scott.
Somebody in Jamaica. That's somebody in Jamaica.
Yeah, she make a lot of strides. No, I see her very speaking up, which is good.
Yeah, she's very good. A brilliant woman, I dare say. And a past Clarendon College student and head girl and yaya. About Clarendon College have football match today. Clarendon College get 2 new school bus. All the people are from Clarendon College, and Liverpool leading 4-0. I am so happy this morning.
What is Liverpool? You're in Jamaica.
Liverpool, no football.
In Jamaica?
No man, Leo, you don't have no English Premier League.
Oh, they don't know about football.
You don't know about
I
football
don't
and English
watch.
Premier League.
Oh, you mean Premier League?
England,
don't watch that.
Europe.
Premier League, you have Man
I know.
American England.
That's all right. If you know nothing to do with Jamaica, I don't watch them. Yeah, I watch.
It's first
watch-
Jamaican man. It's
What?
first Jamaican man me here now watching.
Yes,
Every day.
If you know, I'm not. If it's not directly related to Jamaica, it may exist as far as me.
Yes.
concerned.
No,
First
man, you know how much of
person.
the people them play in there and how much of them remittance when
Yeah,
they come back to
I mean,
Jamaica.
Yeah. Just tell me, say when I play for Jamaica, reggae boys and me all right, all day long, me all right.
No, you can't all right with that because we're not thing and we're not going away. So you can't.
Yeah,
You can't
I thought we just made the thing.
Oh, you make it by losing
Not
the
even
match.
watching.
And
No,
they
make
lose
it
the
like-
match and still make it. They lose the match and make it. Is that what it is?
Oh, you
No,
must
they
lose
don't.
the match and make it. Who win like that?
What? So I saw a news report last week that Jamaica made it to the World Cup. Am I wrong?
You must never see the May. They must-
Dianna Lena said, hello, ladies. Andrea Dixon. Lana said, hello, everyone. Lana said, Leo, my friend Andrea Dixon is a great addition to your program.
Oh yeah, she's
Philip
great.
says, more power to our women. Looking forward to seeing more men doing programs. Diana said, very informative, folks. Bye for now. Bye. Enjoy your Saturday. Lana said, great conversation. Always a pleasure tuning in to your program. Johnny said, is this one the June or the Joni?
just take the cussing. Just take the cussing.
Johnny said, Michelle, you beat New Zealand. Jacinda at Dern. Australia has a mate. Oh, Australia has a mate. Oh, yeah, New Zealand. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Anyway, I want to go back now to Leo and in Christmas and Thanksgiving. I want to point out something that I just discovered. I
Yeah.
just discovered that Jamaica actually has a designated Thanksgiving Day. Do you know that Jamaica has that our Thanksgiving Day is the Sunday before Heroes Monday, which is why this Monday is
It's
this
called
holiday.
harvest. Harvest. That's
It's
what it's called.
Thanksgiving.
Harvest. We don't know about the Thanksgiving. We have harvest at Jamaica.
But
And
I'm
that's-
just thanking God for the abundance of food that you have.
So what we did at harvest, it's more religious, right? Because we have the church, and then when harvest come around, everybody in the whole community who plant yam and banana and cocoa and cane and all this in Kiaiga church, and for one whole a week of harvest, the church sell it or give it away.
Make money. But some of the schools start doing it too.
Oh,
Like
I never know that. Never know that. But me knows a church because me used to love God harvest and night harvest church and night time. Every night, one whole a week.
Especially baker, them I used to bake.
Yes, and you get one for free.
City bread.
And they used to get the best, you know, like the best at everything, the best mango, the best banana, the best apple for the tree.
Some really great ripe banana and some really good pudding.
Best at everything.
Pudding
Oh,
and
God.
cake and I mean everybody bake and carry come. I mean that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it happens still. Does it happen
It
anymore?
still happen like we church have it every year.
Yes,
Yeah.
most churches continue to have their harvest celebration, but I'm saying that Jamaica, within our culture, we have a designated day for Thanksgiving. You're not hearing me.
Me not hear that. Me never hear that.
It is
Yes,
the
I'm
celebrate.
lying.
Sunday before. It is the Sunday before Heroes Monday. That is our designated Thanksgiving Day.
So what? What? Cook and turkey and all them things and goat and
We not
then
do turkey. We
turkey,
probably
not
would have to go
turkey.
do chicken back, but we not do turkey.
I have to go look it up, but I
Yes, look
believe.
it up. Ask some people if them know about that.
I asked my
Okay,
mother, maybe I
Thanksgiving
somebody used to celebrate back and it just never get popular. People just don't care.
well, it
as
can't be
far
the
as
same Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving and them
No,
this
it's
and that.
not. I don't think it would be the American one.
Yeah, it can't
Like
be the
how
same thing.
Canada have theirs, Canada not based on the American one.
Yeah, it might just be a religious Sunday where people go give thanks to God for, life and food.
Alfred said, "Our beautiful bright brownings." What does that mean, Alfred?
What is it?
Beautiful bright browning.
Bright browning.
Yeah.
Must be Dianna, Mata.
I'm in a browning.
But you're bright.
No, that's why I'm curious to know what that means. Maybe me pronounce it wrong. Sandra said, "Leo, Jamaica is evolving. No more harvest. It's Thanksgiving. Just like you have Easter giving with your bun and cheese instead of rum cake."
Oh my God! All right. I had bun and cheese for Thanksgiving.
The old one or the new one? Like we need
old one. Oh my God! The old one was more moist than the new one, and it tastes better. I posted it on the old one on Facebook, and it's beautiful. I'm talking absolutely beautiful. So all I know what just how my bun John Joe and I can't go about the business. Bun was nice. Okay.
And John.
Oh, Diana says, Johnny said, "Diana, that Thanksgiving makes more sense and is culturally appropriate. The US Thanksgiving has nothing to do with Jamaica's history and our culture. Nonsense."
Right.
Lorna said, "The bright ladies."
We need to ask some people who understands our history to come and speak about it. But it's something that I'm told that exists, and which is why the month was designated, and that. But we just never seemingly celebrated it. I don't know what happened. The Queen was.
Maybe we should start. Yeah, maybe what we need to do as a new government that we're forming is to do the celebration. Like we bring it back. But maybe ask like the older people, like this lady you said was 100 and something, see if they know about it.
And I'm going to ask some people in the cultural division if they know anything, people who do history. But starting next October, the Sunday before, we're going to have a Jamaican Thanksgiving. So even before we get into government elected, we're going to start these practices.
Yeah, put it on our calendar so we could do it. I'm excited.
Yes.
Are you, Leo?
Right in a South Florida.
Bring your best bun, the one from this year. You should bring your best bun.
Anybody that can bake good bun? I mean, bake real
good bun. You want bun? We can get good bun.
Good bun.
Like, of course, I'm Jamaican. Yes.
You know who me like? What the brand name? A birdie. Me not get it. Like.
Then I said, we are Jamaicans, we get good bun.
I was thinking that's what you meant, but then I was like. But the other day I was introduced to Miss Birdie. Is it Miss Birdie?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's so soft and nice.
You have Miss Birdie cornbread?
No, not yet.
You have to try Miss Birdie cornbread. Miss Birdie cornbread are the bomb.
The bomb. I'll try.
What is Miss Birdie? Excuse me, I'm lost.
It's a brand. They make like biscuit buns and different stuff. The bread is good. Oh my God. Yeah, Jamaica.
Miss Birdie make a cornbread. Leo, you just need nice and cheese. Those are zoom. Good.
Tell Miss Birdie. Tell Miss Birdie say. She
Send Michelle a box. Let us review it.
No, she need to make titty bread, and she will make enough money.
Why don't we learn how to make this titty bread?
Tell us how to make it, Leo.
Titty bread for Thanksgiving next October. So somebody who make bread need to make titty bread.
The titty bread. VM said, Michelle, are you moving back to Jamaica?
She wants to.
I do, but are you going to build me that castle that I need there to move back?
Don't promise anything. Don't promise anything, VM. Let me tell you something. The next
Don't
thing
be
you
like
know,
Leo.
every week you're going to hear if you ask, where is my castle? Don't promise anything, okay?
Well, Leo is a typical Jamaican. As he said, they know how to plan, but they don't know how to execute. Because up to now, I'm gonna get this phone. So I know it's a plan. When are you going to get the phone? But VM, if I get the castle with at least I need a driver. I need a driver. 30. What else do I need? A bank account that just, you know, like keep
bottomless.
bottomless. You know what I mean? Then I move back.
You know, there's a video that's going around that showed a woman going around asking questions about Jamaican women. And the question was, are Jamaican women still they fall in love and stay in love because they are in love, or they are in love for money, just only money, or they're just getting the relationship just because of money? And you know, about 8 of the persons that were interviewed were men. In fact, there wasn't any woman.
Okay, so it's a question about women, and it went to the men.
Yeah, and all of the men then say, you know, woman, them a thief, woman, they rob, woman, they take your money, the one they don't love no more. All them want is money. So if you're in a relationship with them, just make sure they understand, say, and money them in there for money. What do you guys think?
I think that you might not like to spend your money because you've mentioned me. Because you have a problem with spending money. Can you keep bringing this up from the show start? So do you not want to spend your money?
And accuse us of spending his money? We don't want to spend your money. We spend our own money. In this day and age, we earn our own money and we
work hard and buy what we want.
And if it is that they ought to be giving the household money, we need to get that money. We're entitled to it. It's our money, it's not your money.
I was not talking about that. I'm talking about being in love.
We're not talking about love. We're talking about spending money.
But I did not bring up anything about spending money. I am trying to figure out.
What's got to do with it?
Yeah, well, exactly. What does love
What's love got to do with it?
What love? How love mixed up in this? How love mixed up in this? More than likely, these men don't understand that they have responsibilities.
Exactly.
You want a woman, you have to help pay the bill. You want to live free. You have to pay the bill. You have to pull your part, like do your part. You have to help take care of the children. Tuition due, you have to pay it. Food needs to buy, you have to do your part. What kind of
provide housing?
So relationship now nothing to do with. It's just an understanding. It's,
there is love, but you have to be realistic. You love not gonna pay your bill. Love not gonna put roof over your head. Really?
So love. What are the 10 big thing is money, and then love don't have 10, right?
No. The fundamental thing is
you have a money problem.
Money is not a problem. And money ought not to be the issue. Money should never be the issue. The first thing is a relationship. You have a relationship that everybody understands what their role and their responsibility is. Now, it is the man's fundamental responsibility to provide housing and provide a place for his partner and his children. He is to take care of the household.
You use partner. You use partner.
It's a partnership. You're working together. You're in love, but not smart enough. It's a partnership.
So it's not spouse or wife or husband. It's
partner. We don't care if it's wife and wife, husband and husband, husband and wife. Shack up for 10 years, shack up for 2 days. It's partnership.
And Leo, without money, people can't say what they want to say. But when people don't have money, people are literally miserable and sad. Money brings happiness because money gonna make you live comfortable, right?
Yes.
So you need to have money.
Yes.
What is the worthless men coming from now argue about money? Come on.
And half of the time is the women have to work the money to keep some of
Exactly.
them up to a particular lifestyle.
I know what they want the money for. To go buy expensive car, to waste on video game, to
Tell
buy
you, them not,
expensive.
my money
Have
can't
nothing
do
to do
that.
with survival.
A child.
Exactly.
So hold on, when you just ask VM for the castle and
But VM wants to know if she will go back to Jamaica, and she's saying the terms on which she will go back to Jamaica, and her terms are these.
The castle money, the security.
Love's got to do it.
Listen, VM, you have a girl if you can provide those. You definitely have a girl, okay? So just provide that, and you have a girl for life, okay? All right.
She did not say that. She did not say that. I don't know how you make all those assumptions. Michelle did not commit to no lifetime commitment. She did not commit to any commitment with VM. He wanted to know how she would go back to Jamaica, and these are her terms and her conditions.
If he can provide it, then she'll.
But she has no such argument or meeting of the minds.
But that means I'm going to go stick with VM. Come on. Exactly. He just asked me what I wanted.
What I
Money cannot buy love.
You know what I sound like? VM, yes, me and you in a relationship, but
no.
You might get bun.
No, it's just gonna be an understanding. I want it all.
Michelle, there is no understanding with VM or whomever. The question was, would you go back to Jamaica? She said, yes, I'd go back to Jamaica. I need a castle, I need a driver, I need a butler, and I need X amount of money in my account. Now, if he wants to provide that, it's a separate thing because he has not had a conversation. How would you go to Jamaica to stay with me?
Oh, there was a caveat there. Take some comments. More here, whatever I said.
Okay. So I just said, Michelle, don't forget top security. You need it especially with your bottomless bank account. I just said, I didn't know Jamaica have a designated Thanksgiving Day. My grandmother always say, every day is a Thanksgiving Day. Joni said, don't need men's money when we have our own. Sometimes we have more than you men. Love ain't got nothing to do with it. Those men may have childhood traumas. That is true. Samantha said, I spend my own money. Some men don't want to work or help women. Some men are mama boy. True.
Mama man.
It's a mama boy.
Are them probably mama's boys?
Yeah, mama's boy. Sandra said, Leo, you just made PM Diana's eyes go as wide as her glasses lens slot. Lorna said, most women are self-sufficient and have their own money. I have spent my own money for decades. That is true.
Exactly.
Johnny said, why are men complaining when they establish the patrilineal society? That is true. They want to have their cake and eat it too. No, then get worthless man. Philip said, Leo, I see you are holding your own for us. Way to go. VM said, VM. He said, I'm hoping that she would go back in order to form a real government.
Listen, look how you make the chat. Look how you have us go down one war. We got all the way down some other gully.
Are you? Nobody say we. Are you?
When all we want, out we go farm. Yes. We'll do that. When Dr. Dianna ready for run, we go down go help run campaign.
Oh my God.
So we're running out. We have probably about 10 minutes or so. But as it relates to Christmas, what would you do on Christmas morning? What was your Christmas morning? Or we probably shouldn't say that. How did you prepare? Like, no. Would you prepare no? I
started.
No. But as a boy, my Christmas was kind of different. When I'm going to talk about the tenement experience. Our tenement experience was Christmas Day itself. You spend a short time. Remember now, Church of God, we don't go to church 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, come on to 2:30. But on
Even
Christmas Day, no. On Christmas Day, we only have 2 hours. You had 2 hours in church. So it's like 11 o'clock to like 1 o'clock. So, but when I woke up in the morning, the only time that I can remember Mama or Sonia getting up early, like 5 o'clock in the morning to go buy meat would be Christmas morning. That might be a lie, because there's sometimes I think it's Easter Sunday morning too. But for sure, they would get up and they go find one man somewhere where kill goat and go buy them mutton early in the morning at by 5. Yes. And then they come home. Now, somebody mentioned last week about porridge. We on Christmas morning, we always have porridge. That there's no doubt about that. We also have a grotto bread on the table. Always had a grotto bread. I don't know if you know
not
what
a titty bread. Not a titty bread.
Grotto bread. But my sisters have always fry a lot of sprat. So we had sprat for the whole day. There's another fish that they prepare to. It's called shad. Salt shad. Anybody know what salt shad is?
Nobody can ask me no question. Just
what
tell
a worthless people. What a worthless people. We had salt shad. It's like salt mackerel, but it's shad, and you just put it down on the table and you would take out, because it's so salty, you take out a little piece to eat with the grotto bread. Right?
Oh, is that something that they would wrap in the newspaper, light it with rum and burn it? And then they eat it with, no?
Me don't know
Nobody
about
had that thing. Nobody had that salted dried fish, and then you have to put the rum on it, light it, and then you peel off the skin and you ate the other thing. But it was dreadfully salty, and you'd eat it with crackers and onions and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if that's shad. Shad is about this size. It's about less than a foot long, and it does come in a little piece of paper, but we about the burning and burning of it, and unless them burn it before we put it on the table. But it was always on the table, and you eat it with green grotto bread, and you normally have ackee and saltfish or ackee and pork, or something like that, around it. But we always look forward to later on in the evening to have soursop juice.
All right, stop. We don't want to hear no more. You can't tell us about that. Michelle, how did you prepare for Christmas? For me, ask Leo how I'm preparing, go straight at Christmas Day. At this time now, what would you be doing or looking forward to?
As a child, well, all I do is wake up and my grandmother would.
As an adult now living in America, well, I know you must wish your grandma was around, but what do you do?
Okay, so what I do what my grandmother do is I cook breakfast.
Okay.
Like I do shopping the day before. Like I started putting up Christmas decorations already.
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to get everything. So my son, he's 3, so he kind of understands Christmas now. So he knows what it's all about. So I'm gonna try to make it, great for him. So I'm doing my yard, putting up little, those yards.
It's really unfortunate that you guys are talking about American Christmas. And Jamaican Christmas, you're asked about.
But I haven't lived in Jamaica for over 20 odd years. Why would I talk about Jamaican Christmas?
Infusing it as much as she can. Leo, what's wrong with you?
All right,
You hear what she said? Say it again.
I'm gonna cook curry goat and oxtail. Would that work? Jamaican?
I guess. I went into I told you that I went into the store the other day. Oh God Almighty, $25 for an oxtail.
I tell you,
I never bought it. I still don't get it.
You don't buy none. Me tell you something, keep it. $25 for a piece of oxtail. We bought 4
you would have go a Mr. Chin restaurant, go eat till up some grilled something with some fancy name for $25 though.
You better
not.
Oxtail.
But Christmas at home was a great experience as a boy, and I wouldn't give that up. I wouldn't give that up.
Okay, Dr. Dianna, tell us what you're doing and how you'll be doing it.
Growing up at this time, we would make our own hams. So the whole curing process would have started, and we would be turning it at least once a week. You have to check on it, see that it is curing properly, put some fresh curing on it and stuff. So we would be preparing hams.
People are rich now. Them people are rich.
No.
They're rich. What do you mean by curing ham?
Because we couldn't afford to buy the imported ham, so we would make our own hams, and it was much superior. So we'd buy the pig legs, because you buy the leg mainly, and you start curing.
You're upsetting Michelle. You're upsetting Michelle.
But I said, God, when they tell her, like, God makes you slip our tongue and say cow, and then
but we would start preparing the pork leg or the shoulder, whichever part of it. And we used to make bacon too. It was fun. It wasn't fun then because it was a chore and something I had to do.
Yeah.
But as I grew up, I recognized, hey, but I have all these skills and competencies. I can make my own ham. And it was fabulous. You see, all when Christmas Day come and you put that for boil and you begin to carve it and look at it and say, man, this tastes good.
Michelle, let's wrap up, Michelle, because we don't want you both here.
Okay, let's wrap up. Ina said, why is Leah yelling? When Leah gets excited, his voice is elevated. Lorna says, shad have a lot of bone. It has a lot of bone, right?
Yes. You have to be
Lorna
careful.
said, Dianna talking about reddering. Was that what you were talking about?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, reddering. They still sell that.
Yeah,
Peter said, Leo, how are we worthless for not being born in the Stone Ages like you?
He said something mean like that to Leo. It's not the Stone Age. It's our culture and our history.
You know a lot more about it. Dee said, I think that's reddering. Joanne said, that's reddering, Dr. Dianna. Said, husband from Kingston, but other relatives from Hampstead Grand. His aunt always talking about shad. I am from St. Elizabeth, so I did not know about it. She's laughing.
Okay.
Johnny said, here, Dianna, having organic domestic products is much better. That's why we look forward to when we come home to Jamaica. Homegrown foods.
Exactly. Homemade ham and bacon. Yes.
Homemade cow meat.
Well, it's all right. I can cure other things, I can do a mean chicken cure, smoke it and everything from scratch. So,
you do the salmon?
Yeah,
salmon
I can do
is good.
Yeah, I do that for you. I smoke it.
Yeah, I love smoked salmon with cream cheese on top.
Dianna, wrap up. How did you wrap up already, Michelle? No, Michelle, not wrap up yet. Michelle.
Okay.
Oh, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show and I hope you enjoyed the guests that we had on. Check out their woman empowerment event, powerher.org.
Power her. Yes.
Yeah, H-E-R. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to tune in on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. And remember, COVID is that thing. Wear your mask, sanitize, and social distance.
I was about to say to her, don't bother mention the COVID because it's like COVID gone completely now.
No,
There's a brand new strain. There's a brand new strain coming out, so you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they said it's not new.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us as usual. It was such a pleasure being here. We talk about all kinds of things, giving thanks. Again, the government is ready. Jamaica first. We are here preparing ourselves to run and to have an impact. We're going to start with next year. We've agreed that we will have our own Thanksgiving. The Sunday before Heroes Monday is going to be ours. Michelle is still waiting for her phone. I think she deserves her phone.
Yeah, for Christmas. Like, come on.
Not fair.
But we are like saying no one spending money.
And then talking about money.
Yellow. Jamaica first party. Yellow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching us. We'll see you Tuesday night again. Hey, Philip, we want to make you one of our guests one of these Tuesday evenings, so that you can come and talk about your experience.
Yes.
So please prepare and tell us which Tuesday evening you're available so we can bring you on. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dianna. Thank you, Michelle, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you too.